Welcome to Charts Today. My name's David Linton, and today's edition for Monday, the 24th of January, comes to you from London. I'm back, still have COVID, so quite a challenge. But looking at the markets, we see that the dollar index is climbing. Fed decision this week, interest rate expectations in the air, dollar strength key. That means the euro is looking weaker. We've got a downside target to 110, which would be the lowest level we've seen. Well, we're already making nearly 2-year lows. So that will be key. Holding that 106 level, we've got a target to there. That's the low of 2020. That will be interesting to watch. Looking at sterling, we're set to go lower against the dollar as well. We're pushing lower there. And downside target of 133. So that dollar strength really quite key. Bitcoin sitting at $34,000. We've really fallen away. Maybe we found a floor there. The key thing is this upside target to $83,000 that's been there for a very long time would be deactivated if we fall below that 130, that sort of 29,987. So let's say 30,000. That's the key to watch for crypto. Can we hold that 30,000 level and run again? Looking at the markets, the S&P 500 index really fell very heavily last week. Look at the weekly candle here. Remembering this is my long-term, medium-term, and short-term view of the market. So we are seeing a real fall away there. We're below the cloud. Downside potential of 5% on the short-term chart. These columns will produce downside targets when they're locked. So that will be key. We're seeing also the Nasdaq falling much higher. We had Netflix out falling 20% on Friday. So really back to the Nasdaq now potentially we're really now making sort of 6 months lows. So really significant there that we're seeing that fall away. And of course, interest rates not great for the market if that's what's going to happen with the Fed. So markets will be glued to that this week. The futures up slightly, up 1/3%, but really not anything significant given the falls we've seen. The VIX volatility is really sitting very high now at nearly 30 level. So the fear index is in bullish territory. No clear upside targets. We have had targets on the VIX before. 37 is the short-term target, and that would put us at historically high levels again. So very interesting to see if we can break higher than that December level. But for the moment, the market is fearful. The FTSE futures down 2/3% this morning. The DAX in Germany is down 1.1%. So markets are really fearful. And in Europe, CAC down 1.4%. Added into that, Ukraine worries, all starting to fuel fear in the markets. Japan was up slightly. The Hang Seng gave up 1.2%. No big surprises there, given that we had a big rise on the interest rate cut last week in Hong Kong. Looking at the Sensex, we're down 2.7%, so really a big fall there. That failure to make a new high above that October high is significant. We've got a downside target, 18%, not yet activated, so got to watch that. The Aussie market was down 0.5%, held up relatively well, given what we're seeing with global markets. But of course, we had a very big fall on Friday, so that is showing through. We'll look at the energy mix in a minute. Softs are down, coffee down 1%, sugar down slightly, wheat is up 1%. Wheat is still looking very, very strong, big upside targets. That's it feeding inflationary fears as well. Gold is sitting at 1840. It's been a beneficiary of this uncertainty, of course, and we are just starting to see gold running, and as are the other precious metals. Silver's down slightly, platinum and palladium are up. US 10-year yield sitting at 1.73%. So we have fallen away here from that 190 level that we saw. But these are all just pullbacks in the general trend. We are bullish long term. And those targets into the 190s were met. We need this pullback to give us another thrust target, which will give us another upside target. The German Bund, we've got to watch this really below 167.50. That would be the end of the bond market in Germany. So got to keep an eye on that. Looking at Brent crude, we're up 0.2% this morning, still looking bullish. We've given targets to clients. The long-term targets are quite unbelievable for the oil price, but they're there. The same with WTI. We put out that report last week. US nat gas is down 2.4%, so that's not looking as strong. We're below the cloud here. We're seeing coal higher. We expire on this contract this week and roll into the new one, but we are seeing coal breaking higher. Emissions are also looking strong, breaking higher, activating upside targets. We've got good targets. We've put out reports there to clients as well. Looking at TTF, we're up 6% this morning. We're bullish out to gas clients this morning with targets. The same with MBP, looking higher there. So gas markets looking strong this morning. And power markets, German power, looking set for recovery, back above the cloud and looking strong there as well. That's it for today. Until tomorrow, happy chartings. See you then.